Hello, everyone, and welcome to Winning with Love. We're your hosts, Casper and Cheryl Stockham, and we are so glad that you've joined us today.
Yes, it's good to be back in studio.
It is good to be back in the studio.
Yeah, it's our anniversary weekend.
It is. We've been married as of the 28th of September, 23 years.
Yes, it's gone by fast.
It has gone by fast.
Yeah.
You know, when we were dating for those brief 2 seconds that we dated,
yeah.
I couldn't envision being married for 20-something years.
I know.
And I look, and it's gone by so fast.
Yeah. But it's been good, and we've been busy.
It's been wonderful.
Yeah. And
we had some children, looks like.
Yes. During the off season, we got a little busy. And had some projects that came from that. But our first project, several years ago, was divorce-proofing your marriage. Yeah, so we felt we wanted to really go into some of the keys to divorce-proofing your marriage. Because the book is awesome, but a lot of times people want to say, okay, give me the Cliff Notes. You know, tell me kind of how do I just get this started? Right. And we have a lot of great tools, even on our website and our app and stuff that's in development to help them. But we wanted to give them some keys to divorce-proofing your marriage. Right. So the first key is commitment to a higher power and each other.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, for those of you who are believers and Jesus is the Lord of your life, it is imperative that he be the center, that he is the knitting. He knits you together for that marriage or for that relationship.
Yeah. A lot of couples we talk to, even Christian couples, we ask them, so where is God in your marriage right now? Right. And they can't really tell us. Right. And that's the problem. Because they haven't committed to God or a higher power and each other.
And you know what happens? Some couples start out with that, but life, distractions, works of the enemy.
Children and careers.
The bills, yes, all of that get in the way, and they find themselves going further and further apart. Yeah. So it is imperative that Jesus is the center of your marriage. He is the center of your relationship. And you don't want to take your eyes off of him. Yeah.
You know, I think one of the things that helped me early on in our marriage is that we were not unequally yoked, but we were kind of like in different spaces with the, with our spiritual walk, but praying together. Right. Starting to focus in on that goal, that common goal.
Right, and never losing sight of the fact that Jesus is the center.
Yeah.
And keep him there.
And then also fasting.
Fasting and prayer.
Yeah. Now you were a faster. You like to fast, and every time you said you're going to fast, I said, okay, well, good luck with that. Have a good time. Let me know when you're done. But I got really fascinated with fasting because you were very wise, and instead of scolding me about it, you might listen to this. Check this out. And you slid Dr. Miles Monroe my way. And that brother, when he started talking about fasting, I was like, man, I can't wait. When you fasting again? Because I wanted to join.
We got to do this.
And we got to do this like now. So I'm really into fasting now just as much as you are now because of Dr. Miles Monroe. Right? Yes. And fasting together and praying together, those two combinations really bring couples together. And when you're praying, you're not praying for your spouse to be,
You're not necessarily praying for your spouse to stop doing whatever he or she's doing. Right. Or praying that they make you happy in their choices or their decisions. Right. But you're praying God's will for their lives. Right. And you have to really kind of look and see them through God's eyes. Yeah. And then begin to pray from the heart of God concerning them. Right. And then once you do that, God can move. You don't want to be praying selfishly. Right. And if there's a situation where it's hurtful, then you just go to God and say, God, I'm hurting. I need healing. Right. As opposed to God, I'm hurting, make him stop.
Stop. Exactly.
And understand that if you're in an abusive relationship, then get help.
Yeah, you definitely need help. Yeah, for sure.
And so then the next thing next key that we implemented was, or that we learned was, remember your why.
And the plan.
And the plan.
Yeah, yeah. Why did you guys get married in the first place?
Right.
Right? In the beginning, they was all googly-eyed and, just, you wanted to do everything they were doing. Even if you didn't like it, you wanted to do it. Right? You wanted to be around them, and they wanted to be around you.
Correct.
So you need to bring that back and remember why you guys were first drawn to each other.
Correct.
And why you got together.
In the first place.
In the first place.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you're right now single or engaged, then you need to discover your why. Why are you getting married, once again, and your plan. Couples get into relationships and marriages with no plan.
No, they don't have a plan, and then the kids show up, and then the plan is the kids. And then,
the bills show up, and the plan is we got to pay the bills. And then the career shows up, and he runs off to do his career. She runs off to do her career, and the kids are sitting there going, like, well, pass the Kraft macaroni and cheese. Yeah. That's all we're getting today.
Mom and dad
She's
are busy.
over here, he's over there.
Yeah, yeah. And then couples grow apart over time.
They do.
Right? Because of all the things we just mentioned, and they wind up growing apart, and then when the kids are gone, then they look at each other and like, I don't even know why I'm here.
Yeah, who are you?
Who are you? Right. So we gotta go back to the basics, go back to the beginning of why you guys got together in the first place, and start to build upon that. Right. Sometimes the hobbies have changed or whatever, but you got to find commonality. What do you guys like to do together?
And be intentional.
Be very intentional about it. Yeah.
And so the next one is remember is to manage your expectations, because we all have expectations, but expectations that your spouse is unaware of, that you have not shared, or expectations that are unreasonable.
Unrealistic. Yeah.
Unrealistic, yes. That now we got a problem. You need to be able to communicate and share that, and really you should share it early on, like when you're dating. Yes.
Yeah, don't have to. Yeah, after you're married, and say, "Oh, by the way, I expect tea at this time." No, whoa, you didn't tell me that earlier.
Right. Like, I don't make tea. Well, now we got a problem.
Now you're miserable for the rest of your Oh my goodness.
And we do not believe that God intended couples to be married and miserable.
No. So the expectations thing is key, I think, a lot of times, because it stems from some of it from our selfishness or past relationships or what we expect or what to happen, and then we grow up in different parts of the country, sometimes even different countries altogether, and one society does it this way, another society does it this way, North does it this way, the South does it this way. All these different things come into play there.
And we don't talk about it.
Right.
We just expect that when we get married, it's automatic that we're going to spend Christmas with my family.
Right.
And then you're thinking automatically that we're going to spend Christmas with my family.
Yep.
And then we're, 2 weeks in, Christmas is coming. Yeah. And you're preparing to go to your mom's, and I'm preparing to go to my mom. And what's happening here?
Yeah. So then in that case, we said, well, fine, I'm just going to go to mom, because that's what I've been doing, so I'm going to keep doing it. And then you grow apart.
Right. Or, you try to compromise. Well, my mother always has dinner at 2. Well, my mother has dinner at 3. Well, what are we going to do? Go to your mom's house for an hour and then fly over to my mom's house, And so it is imperative that you talk about your expectations. You need to share that. You just can't assume someone knows what you know.
Don't assume it, and don't be reasonable about these expectations.
Yes.
Right? And you're going to have to compromise, or as we say, collaborate, right, in the situation. Maybe you switch. Every 1 year you go, if it's the vacation thing or whatever, or the holidays, one holiday you go here, next holiday you go there. And then start to form your own traditions and own
things. I know there are some couples who decided that for Christmas especially, they don't go to anyone's home. They wanted to establish their own family traditions. And that's okay too. It's all okay long as you discuss it, you talk about it, and you're both in agreement over it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But expectations can be a problem. But talk about them. Open your mouth.
They don't have to be a problem, but they definitely can be a problem. And we find that couples, if they really get into communication, we're going to talk about this in a minute, but you just have to be able to slow down a little bit, maybe take some time intentionally and just talk these things out so they don't bubble up into something else.
That's right. I mean, actually, it'd be good before marriage, but if you're already married, now's a good time.
Yeah, come see us. We'll help you out. Yeah, absolutely. All right. We're going to touch base on this, but then we're probably going to take a break here. But keep your relationship love bank full.
Ooh, yes. We want to talk about the love bank. Everybody has one.
So when it comes to love bank, what is it, right? So love bank is not a physical thing. It's something but we're making deposits into people's lives. And we can make deposits into our children's lives, into our co-workers' lives, but especially into our spouse's life. And what are we delivering to them? When we're together, what are they receiving from us? Are they receiving negative hate and things, or are they receiving positive from us?
Well, your love bank, hopefully you're getting positive deposits into your love bank, and not negative withdrawals from your love bank.
Yeah, hopefully. But, the world has got some challenges right now. A lot of negativity that's out there in the world. Right. And this applies to not just couples, but also the world. And we're just having these things going on. But we're going to really get into this love bank when we come back. You are watching Winning with Love on Zandra TV Network. We'll talk to you in a minute.
Your love deserves the best. You deserve MVP Premier. Transform your relationship with our exclusive 5-day immersive experience for only 8 couples a year. Luxury travel, stunning resorts, gourmet dining, and a lifetime of support await you. Reimagine your relationship. Apply now at mvppremier.com.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Winning with Love with your hosts, Casper and Cheryl. We are having a great time here today, and I hope you're getting something from this, as we are right now talking about expectations and
the love bank.
The love bank.
Yeah, so what is this love bank? So again, the love bank, we all have it.
Yes, we do.
Right? As couples, we are making deposits, positive or negative deposits into our spouse's love bank, our children's love bank, our friends, our coworkers, the world. We're making deposits into the world's love bank.
Yes.
Right? And those things that we give to the world, those love things, need to be positive.
Correct.
Need to be deposited positively. One of the stories I like to tell when it comes to the love bank is a young person growing up in the inner city. And they're growing up in a single-parent home, right? And their parent is working, whether it's a mom or dad, they're working all the time, and the kid is kind of on his or her own, right? And they're trying to do the right thing. They're going back and forth to school, but they want some new sneakers. And they go to the parent and say, "Mom, I want some new sneakers." And the mom is like,
we are not paying $207
for those sneakers. We're not going to do it, right? So as a young person is out in the community, and the gang members see the young person, and they're in recruitment mode, and the young person said, "Yeah, I wanted these sneakers, but my mom can't afford it." And the gang member says, "Don't worry about it. We got you. We'll take care of those." So the gang member buys the sneakers for the young person. The young person's all excited, comes home. "Mom, look, I got some new sneakers." And said, "Boy, who, what? No, we are not doing. Take them sneakers off. Take them back. Get them out of my house." So he goes back to the gang member, all down and out. The gang member says, "Young blood, don't even worry about it. We're going to get you 2 pairs of sneakers, and we're going to have them right here at the clubhouse. So anytime you want to strut down the street in those fancy sneakers, don't worry about it. Just come on to the clubhouse where we hang out, put on your sneakers, and now you're out in the community." And that's how they start to bring them in, because the gang members, the leaders, know how to deposit into the love bank of that youth by buying them stuff. That's how they do it. And then once the youth is hooked, then they say, "Hey, can you run this over to so-and-so down the street over?" "Oh, yeah, I'll take it down there." And the next thing you know, they're running here and there, and they're taking packages, and the packages are getting bigger and more expensive, and drugs and money and all the stuff's going on. The young person has no idea what's going on. They're just trying to help, right? So yeah, that's how the gang members get into our young people's lives, is through this whole concept of making positive deposits, even though it's for,
ill-gotten gain.
Yeah, exactly. But they understand the concept. Mm-hmm. We need to understand the concept in our children. So positivity
into their lives. Because the love bank is filled with either withdrawals or deposits.
Yeah.
So when you're associating with people on your job, your spouse, are you making positive? Are you making with deposits? Or are you making withdrawals?
Right.
The thing is, the more deposits you make, the more of a bond, the stronger that relationship with that person becomes. Yeah. Because you feel like you're on the same plane now.
Right.
It's you and me, and you're making those positive deposits.
Yeah.
And you start to feel good, and you see productivities going on. But then there's the withdrawals.
Yeah.
And the withdrawals is negativity.
Yeah.
Good. They're like negative comments. Mm-hmm. They're, well, why didn't you do this?
Yeah.
Well, I thought you were going to do that. Well, what you got that on for?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Yeah.
It's those things that kind of stab you.
Yeah.
And the more you hear of those, the less and less excited you are about that relationship. Yeah. And it happens a lot, especially with abusive situations.
Yeah, yeah. I know in my former life, I call it BC, before Cheryl, I didn't want to go home, right? Because of that. It's just so much negativity. I said, it's better for me to just stay out of that environment altogether. Right. And that's not good. Home is sanctuary.
Right.
You should be running home. Right, but at the end of the day, with all the stuff going on in the world, you should want to go home.
Right.
And if you don't, there's a huge problem there that needs to be addressed. But a lot of people, the way that they address it is just get a divorce and move on to the next problem, because they haven't solved the first problem.
Right, right. And on that lines, I was fortunately in a wonderful women's conference the other day. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the women there were sharing from their heart, their brokenness, the things that they've gone through, the pain that they've endured. And one of the things that a couple of the ladies talked about was being in an abusive relationship where there's nothing but, as we say in here with the love bank, not deposits, but just withdrawals, negative withdrawals, constantly being removed from them.
Right.
Their dignity, their value, their joy, their identity,
their self-worth,
their peace, their self-worth. And what happened would be, once that marriage would end, and then they would go into a new marriage. Yeah. And maybe this time they had a good spouse.
Right.
But they have been so conditioned,
so wounded,
by the previous spouse that they can't even receive the deposits, the good deposits.
Wow, it's like they're just cut off from being able to receive it.
Right.
Oh, man.
So that's just how powerful your love bank is.
Yeah.
Your love bank is the core of your being, because the whole Word of God talks about love. And love, God says, above all anything else, love. Faith works with love.
Right.
Everything works with love.
Right.
And so love is imperative. So you want to make positive deposits into your spouse's love bank.
That's good. That's good. Another key is learning relationship danger signs.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
They say, well, what are you talking about danger signs? There are signs in any relationship that it's not going well.
Right.
We all know it, and we just kind of ignore it. And, just like we've talked about with the love bank, we're not getting positive deposits into our love bank, loving deposits. That's a danger sign.
Yes.
Right? And then negative interpretations. How are you interpreting those things as they're coming in? To your point earlier, the person isn't able to receive it because they're even though it's love,
right?
They're so hurt and wounded they can't even receive it now.
Can't even receive the love.
Man.
And that's a lot of that is going on out there.
Yeah.
Where people are so hurt and so wounded, and their lives have been so destroyed, by tragedy, by addictions, rape, trauma, drama, they can't receive the love.
Yeah.
They want love.
Right.
We all want love and want to be loved.
Just can't receive it.
But can't receive it.
Yeah. We call these also red flags. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of red flags in relationships for sure, and into marriages that, when these things come up, if you address them, you can take care of them in a positive way to where, you can recover from it.
Right.
But we wait so long and we let these things build up.
Yes.
And then they go into the corner or under the rug or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then the next blow up happens and we pull them out, come on out, and you just join the party. Right. And we just keep going over and over the same things over and over. And we see this all the time with couples that we coach, to where they just say, well, he always does this. Well, and she always does that. And they never deal with the issue. Right. Mm-hmm. So it's a problem. What are the other danger signs? There's negative interpretations. There's
negative interpretations. There is escalation.
Escalation. Yeah. Well, no. Every time I come home and I see the dishes in the dirty dishes, can't you at least wash the dishes? I mean, come on. Right. And then it just goes up and up and up.
Well, yeah, because then you raise your voice, and then I raise my voice.
Yeah.
And then you raise your voice.
to get over your
Yeah, because I'm going to raise my voice because I'm going to get my point across.
Right.
And you want to get your point across. Mm-hmm. And so before you know it, now we got escalation. And nobody, after a while, knows what the problem is.
Right.
Because we're so angry. We're yelling, fussing, cussing. All of this is going on.
Yeah.
And it's just each going to a higher, more intense level each time. And now you have escalation. It's escalated to the point where it's out of control.
Yeah. And we have tools in our book to help you with that. We have a communication tool we have couples use to kind of slow that conversation down and kind of, it really is a pattern interrupt to where you can't argue using the tool, which is great because a lot of couples get into the argument and get into the escalation. In fact, communication is the next key. Learn how to communicate and listen well. Right. And women are natural communicators.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. And men are really not.
No,
we just kind of do the head nod, thumbs up, that's about all we got.
Well, I always say, if you get a group of women together and you put them in a room for a discussion, at the end of the meeting, you'd say, what happened? I'll be like, oh my gosh. God came in, we cried, we laughed, we joked, we had a good time, we shared. And then you put men in a room together at a conference, and you say, well, what happened at your conference? What did you all talk about?
It was good. It was off the chain.
Okay. Well, what did you talk about?
I'm not really sure, but I know it was good.
Well, who were the speakers?
The one guy, he was pretty good. He traveled the world and stuff.
Well, what did he talk about?
Good stuff. It was really good. Yeah. So that's about all we got. So we have to be better at it, is what we're saying.
You do.
Got to be a lot better. So when we come back, we've got one more of the 7 keys we're going to cover. Then we have some other stuff we want to cover with you as well. We're just excited that you guys are with us. We're having a good time, as you can tell. You are watching Winning with Love with Casper and Cheryl Stockham. We'll be right back after these messages.
Texic Coin is the future of money in Texas. Texic Coin is a fast, Layer 1 digital currency designed for generations of honest trade. In many ways, Texic Coin is like Bitcoin. It uses blockchain technology, the decentralized public ledger, to record transactions. Texic Coin makes it easy for anyone to participate in the digital economy. Like Bitcoin, Texic Coin can be traded for other cryptocurrencies or cash. But unlike Bitcoin and other leading cryptos, Texic Coin can only be digitally mined in Texas. Join us as we build the world's largest decentralized cryptocurrency mine. Put control of crypto back in the hands of individuals and away from mega corporations, banks, and foreign nations. With Texic Coin, we can leave the world a better place for our children and future generations.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Winning with Love show with your host, Casper and Cheryl Stockton. We're so glad to have you with us today.
Yes. So we're finishing up the 7 keys to divorce-proofing your marriage.
Yes.
And the last key, we wanted to really spend some time on this because it's a huge one. It's one that couples struggle with a lot.
Yes.
And that is forgiveness. And it's so powerful. You know, the Bible talks about literally, you know, we're commanded to forgive.
Yes, we are.
But it's tough. It's not something you just, okay, I'll just forgive them. Because there may be a lot of hurt involved with that.
A lot of hurt, a lot of drama, a lot of pain that people struggle to get over because it's memories. So if you've been in a traumatic situation in your life where maybe it was abuse or rape, murder, those type of things, you just don't shrug your shoulders and get over it. There's a lot of hurt and a lot of pain, and it takes time, you know, to forgive.
It takes time, and it takes a lot of that Holy, you know, looking inward to the Holy Spirit giving you the strength to be able to do it. You know, it's just something that is not, people don't easily walk in. But I have to say, once you start walking into it, you really, it's so, it just melts away the things, right? When you do it.
The Holy Spirit begins to work with you, and then it just begins to lift some of that heaviness that you feel. The sorrow, the pain, those bad memories. But you have to be willing to give it to the Holy Spirit. And it's not that He expects you to get over it overnight, but He does expect you to come to Him and give it to Him, and then allow Him to work with you. And He'll take you step by step, inch by inch, whatever it takes, but He'll help you get to that point where you're able to forgive.
And forgive doesn't mean forgetting, right? We're not trying to wipe it from your memory. Now, God forgives us all the time.
Yes, He does, all the time.
And instantly, right? It's not even something He said, well, I don't know, come back next week, maybe I'll. No, it's like instant. You ask God for His forgiveness and boom, it's done. And then if you try to bring it up, He said, what are you talking about?
Yes.
It's over.
Yes.
Right?
Scripture says it goes into the sea of forgetfulness.
And it's
He's
done.
forgotten all about it.
Forgotten all about it. But we as humans, we don't forget about it, but we need to be able to forgive so we can move on. Because if you don't, it's going to cause stress and pain and suffering in you.
Right. And you know, that's the enemy's plan.
Right.
So that's why God forgets it, but He keeps bringing it up over and over again. He messes with your memories, things you thought you forgot about, or maybe when you thought you've overcome, you realize that maybe you haven't, because He keeps bringing it up, and He's always in your ear, always in your ear, just trying to keep it stirred up, because He doesn't want you to experience God's love. He doesn't want you to experience the power of being able to forgive someone.
Yeah, and it is very powerful. I know at times I haven't had anything major happen that I had to forgive people for, but just little things, right? Maybe somebody took some money they shouldn't have taken or whatever, something like that. I try to forgive as quickly as possible because it also talks about in the Bible of if you don't forgive, you block your blessing.
Right.
And I'm like, whoa, no, you're not taking my blessing. You're not blocking my blessing. I want all I can get from the Word and from God, right? So I try to forgive it as quickly as possible so I can move on. Even if you're not able to talk to the individual, because sometimes they don't even know what they did.
Right.
Or maybe they passed on.
Right.
You know, so now what do? You can still forgive them so that you can move on, right?
Or at least, so this is what I do. When I get to something that is just, it's stabbing, it's so painful, and it hurts, I have to at least be willing to go to the Holy Spirit and say, I need you to help me to forgive this person.
Yeah.
Right now, you know, be honest. I mean, God sees, hears, and knows all things. So you might as well be honest.
Right.
It's like, Lord, this hurts so bad.
Right.
What they did to me was so wrong. I am struggling to forgive them, but I know your word says to forgive. So I need you. Help me.
Help me on this.
Yes, help me to forgive. Teach me how. Walk me through it.
Yeah.
And as long as you're willing, he's willing.
He is willing. And so don't slouch on any of these keys to divorce-proofing your marriage. And forgiveness is the most powerful one on the list, really, because if you can get that, if you get a handle on forgiveness, the rest of them will start to fall into place.
Right.
Right.
Right. So forgiveness depends on the degree and the intensity will depend on your level of faith. And faith works by love. So it's like, Lord, I need to forgive and I need to love. So help me. And he will help you get through it. And once you get through all of that junk in you, then it helps you to be more intentional in your marriage.
Yes. But there's one case of forgiveness that just recently happened, with the murder of Charlie Kirk. And his wife, a week or so after, she was giving a speech at his homegoing service, and she literally forgave his assassin for killing him. And that's powerful. I hope to be able to be at that level of my Christian faith and walk to be able to do that, because that's the ultimate when someone takes a loved one away from.
Yes. A parent loses a child, or a child loses a parent. A husband loses a wife. It is monumental. To the pain that goes with that. So forgiveness is key. But you have to be intentional.
And she was intentional about it, because she said, only God, only you can help me,
get through
this.
And so you also wanted you to be intentional in our marriage. So we want to talk about that for a little bit, because a lot of times we get into our marriage and our relationships, and maybe we start out being very intentional in how we spend time with that individual, how we come to know and learn and develop with that individual.
Right.
But over time, things happen. And it can start to drift away to the point that you are not as intentional in your marriage as you should be. So we want to talk a little bit about, what do you do? How do you get back to being intentional?
How do you get back?
How do you get back? Well, I would say you need to come together. That's why you need to read the book, and all of them, really, all of our books, because communication is big. You got to be able to communicate. And so it may mean sitting down and writing out some priorities for your marriage.
At least once a week, come together. And even if you have children, you still have to have time, set aside time for you guys to be together without the distractions, so that you can to really focus in and be intentional about your marriage.
And so, how we sit down, we come up with a plan of attack for our finances. We come up with a plan if we're going on a cruise or taking a family vacation. We come up with a plan for the path for our career. We should have a plan for the path of our marriage.
Can you imagine going on you decide to go on you just wake up one morning, pack your bags, and you go to the cruise ship and say, we're going on a cruise. They're like, sir, ma'am, we don't see
you're not on the manifest. You don't have a passport, and you haven't paid for anything.
Right. No, but I want to go on a cruise.
I understand. But you won't be cruising on this ship.
Not this time.
No. So there's some steps one needs to take in life before certain events happen. And so a lot of times in our marriages, we don't take the time to sit down and come up with a plan. And actually, I say do that when you're single.
Right.
If you're engaged, you need to sit down and come up with a plan. Now, be flexible, because even the best laid plans don't always come together.
We know that.
But you should at least have one.
Yes.
You need to have a plan.
Start with a template,
So you start with and you list your priorities. So if you're a husband and wife and you got career and you got children and school and dogs and cats and soccer practice and ballet and going to the gym and in the slumber party. You got all this going on. Yeah. You just sit down and write this stuff down.
Yeah. And we have some great guests that are going to be on the show, and they are balancing that exact thing, right? With their business and with marriage and with their careers and, all these things, and with the service to the Lord and all that stuff. How do you balance all that out?
Right.
So, yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. And so you want to sit down and come up with a list, come up with a strategy or plan of attack, and then you want to be able to track your progress as well. So
this sounds like homework.
Well, it's not just homework. It is homework, but it's also life work.
Oh, okay.
That is valuable to your relationships, your relationship growing and prospering and thriving. So, yes, you have to write it down. Come up with a plan, come up with a strategy, and then ask the Holy Spirit to help you.
Yeah, write it down and make it plain.
Yes, so that you don't have to do it all by yourself.
Nice.
You can ask the Holy Spirit, and He'll step right in there and help you.
All right, very good. You are watching Winning with Love with Casper and Cheryl, and we'll be right back in just a moment.
Hi, we're Pastor Dave and Dee Dee Thompson from Gateway Ministries in Golden, Colorado. We are actually Casper and Cheryl's pastors.
Isn't that wonderful? Casper and Cheryl with IAM Love Builders. They not only attend our church, but you know what else they do? They conduct marriage workshops, they conduct retreats, and they provide marriage counseling for our whole church family. Very powerful and life-changing.
We just got back from a couple of weeks ago filming and appearing on their TV show for season 2, Winning with Love.
Wow.
Their TV studios are in Dallas, Texas.
And what phenomenal facilities. They're just tremendous,
and
high
the staff,
caliber.
Wow, the staff are
wonderful
people.
people.
Yeah.
Wonderful people. Tune in and watch their TV show and make sure to have them host a marriage retreat or seminar at your church, because your church will transform and upgrade because your married couples will transform and upgrade. These two are very powerfully gifted speakers and marriage coaches. We encourage you to contact them today. God bless you all.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the show, Winning with Love, with your host, Casper Cheryl Stockham.
Yes.
We are talking about being intentional in your marriage.
Definitely need to be intentional with a lot of things, but definitely in our marriage as well, for sure.
Yes,
yeah.
And you know, what I think couples fail to do is have fun.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And I think we get so busy with our lives, with all the things that go with being married, that go with living. You know, you got to pay the bills, you got to take care of the kids, the dog and the cat, you got the house, the lawn, the laundry, the ballet, the baseball, the football, the basketball, the soccer, you know, and then you have school and work and church and the birthday party. I mean, we got so much going
stuff,
on that I believe husbands and wives forget about each other.
They do. They do forget about it. Well, they shouldn't, but it happens a lot, right? And just simple things. It doesn't have to be anything complicated, or it doesn't have to be all planned out, right?
And so one of the things we used to do was go for a walk.
Is that what you want to call it?
It was.
Okay, tell them about it.
Well, okay, what are you trying to say?
Go ahead.
I'm getting the impression that you're insinuating something.
I'm not saying anything. Go ahead and tell them.
Okay.
Tell them about your walk.
I'm going to tell you. Better be good. So, right behind when we were single, before we married, behind my apartment complex was a park. And Casper and I would go to that park almost every day and walk around, and we would talk, and I would ask him questions. It was my opportunity, where I believe our opportunity, to get to know one another.
Yeah, and for you to get to know what was wrong with me.
No, it wasn't that I was getting to know what was wrong with you. I was just trying to make sure that whatever it wasn't going to
infect you.
It wasn't going to impact me.
Yeah,
because I was single and happy, and I was living in shalom peace.
Yeah.
And I did not want
Okay.
someone to show up with a whole bunch of junk and drama.
I get it. And I had a bunch, but I dropped it off, and then, I got better.
Okay. But, that's what it takes, though. You need to spend time with each other.
Yeah.
And talk to each other. And that's some of the things we talk about in our book. We kind of give some ideas as to what to do to help you get to know the person you plan on spending the rest of your life with, or the person you are spending the rest of your life with. I mean, outside of the career.
Right.
Outside of the children. Outside of, church.
Sure.
Be you. And sometimes we forget how to be us. We forget who we are.
Yeah, we do.
And so it's imperative that you take that time and go in for a walk and have some fun in your marriage.
So how can they have fun? Like what?
Well, going for a walk in the park is free.
Okay.
That's one thing. But another thing one can do is have a set scheduled date night.
Date nights. Yeah, fun nights.
Fun nights.
Yeah, do we just and when you go out, you want to go out with the intention of just being with each other, not going out and then talk about the kids.
Correct.
Or talk about the career or whatever. You're just going out and just being with each other, just being in the moment.
Correct.
Right.
And I know that's kind of hard to do because most couples, when they do get together, the first thing they talk about is the children.
It's children, yeah.
Or the bills or the schedule.
Yeah.
Because some of our schedules are crazy.
Right.
But that's one of the things we coach couples on is when you go out on your date night, you don't talk about the kids. You don't talk about money.
Right.
You don't talk about the dog. You don't talk about schedules.
Right.
You are to talk about the two of you.
Yeah, and it's important to actually, in my opinion, it's important to put it on the calendar.
Yes.
Right. It's going to be a scheduled time. Now, it might not be every week, but maybe every 2 weeks. You want to do it on Friday, Saturday, whatever. But get it on the calendar so it's fixed into your schedule.
Right.
Right.
And it might be just sometimes as simple as going and have a cup of coffee or just going out to lunch or dinner. But it could be as intense as going on a field trip together,
right,
going to the museum or going hiking or going away for the weekend.
Yeah.
It could be as simple or as big and broad as you would want it to be.
I know in our case, especially in the beginning, we didn't have a lot of finances.
Correct.
So we had to come up with a lot of creative ways without the money to be able to do stuff.
Right.
Right.
That's absolutely correct.
Yeah. So we had to just going, looking at model homes.
Right.
Right.
Right. Or we would go to Sam's. That was our dinner.
Yeah,
We'd go to Sam's during the time when they were giving out samples.
Samples, yeah. Absolutely.
We'd go for a drive. Just choose a direction, north, south, east, or west. Which direction we want to go in, and we hop in the car and just go for a drive. And because we live in Colorado, it's just beautiful.
It's beautiful,
anyway.
yeah.
So that was one of the things that we did. But you could go dancing. I know a couple who they get together like once a quarter and go to the comedy club.
Oh wow.
Other couples get together and go to a movie or out to a fancy dinner. There was this one couple, they were in a little financial bind. So what they did was they sent the children away for the night.
Okay.
And they had always loved all things Hawaii, and they wanted to go to Hawaii, but they didn't have the funds for Hawaii.
Got it.
So they set the theme for a Hawaiian date in their home.
Oh.
So she decorated the house all in like tropical Hawaiian style. They had Hawaiian shirts and with lace. And then she prepared a Hawaiian meal.
Okay.
And they stayed at home and they played Hawaiian music and had a wonderful time.
Nice. Now, I hope that they didn't have the twirling fire things going on.
No, they didn't do that.
They didn't do that?
No,
Okay.
they didn't roast the pig in the ground.
All right.
They didn't do that either.
Okay. All right.
But
I like it.
You can get creative.
Yeah.
Choose a theme and then have a great time with it.
I like it.
And then I know of some other couples, and they take turns.
Oh, take turns deciding the theme and stuff.
Yes,
Okay.
or what we're going to do for our date night. 1 month it's her, next month it's him.
Very good.
So there's lots to do when you're having fun.
I like it.
And so there are also things like doing things with other couples.
Okay.
Getting together.
Like what?
A double date.
Double date, like going to the movies or something?
Yeah, or maybe go roller skating.
Ah, roller skating. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, you can go roller skating or play golf.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we did that a couple times.
Yes, and if you don't play golf, just go and hit the little white ball. And
drive the cart around.
Ride around in the cart.
Absolutely.
So there's a lot of things you can do that you can be intentional about having a date night and having fun.
Very good. You can play games too, like board games and stuff. Yeah.
Board game. You were real good at that.
Thank you.
You would create. You made up.
Yeah, I don't think we want to go into that.
Well, maybe we do. This is a marriage show.
It's a marriage show, yeah, but it's PG.
Okay. All right. But yeah, so Casper, when you made up a game, and it was a lot of fun.
And it was not PG, but that's why we can't talk about it.
But, there's all kinds of fun things you can do.
Yeah.
What else?
I don't know. What's on your list?
Let's see here. We talked about, how about going on a trip, but more of a retreat or a conference, going somewhere that will help enhance your marriage, like a marriage retreat, marriage conference, learn some more new tips and hacks about how the two of you can communicate better.
Yeah. I think a lot of couples don't even think about doing that, intentionally going on a marriage retreat or attending a workshop. A lot of times we talk to couples and they think that, they've been married for 12 years, 13 years. No, it's fine. We're fine. But if you get the spouse separate, him or her, and they're saying, well, it's not really fine, but it's okay.
Yes.
It doesn't need to be, your marriage doesn't need to be okay. You need to be excited about your marriage, just like you're excited about sports or excited about a new career or excited about a new car or whatever. You need to be that excited about your marriage.
Yes, you should.
Yeah.
And you should be excited about doing things to help enhance it.
Yeah.
I mean, we do things for our career.
Right.
We go to school and we get an undergrad degree, then we go back and we get a master's, and we go back and we get all these different certificates, and we take this class and that class to sharpen our skill in whatever our career is.
Yeah.
And we should do the same thing in our marriage.
Yeah. And if your marriage is at a 5 or a 6, let's get it to a 7 or 8.
Yes.
And if you're at a 7 or 8, let's get it higher.
And if nothing else, make memories, fun memories, laugh, talk, have a good time, so that when the time comes and you become an empty nester, you still know who that man is in your house.
That stranger. I don't even know who you are anymore.
When all the kids are gone, the dog is doing his own thing, and you look over the table and say, as my daughter would say, who you?
Who you? Exactly. Yeah, it's like, man, you gotta keep working on it.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's probably the main theme of everything we talk about with our show and with our podcast and our books, is that just keep working on it, right? Just don't just let it sit. You got to keep shaping it, molding and sharpening,
making it sharper. And above all things, have fun with it.
Yes.
Learn how to. If you've forgotten how to have fun in your marriage, then that's all the more reason why maybe you need to go on a retreat or something.
Go on a retreat.
Get the memories going, the laughter, the fun, have a good time.
Yep. Get the book, folks, Divorce Proofing Your Marriage. It'll help you in a lot of different ways. Hey, you've been watching Winning with Love with Casper and Cheryl. We're excited you guys are with us. We got our great shows lined up for you, so we'll see you next time.